Thiago Santos saved his spot as a UFC light heavyweight contender on Saturday with a unanimous decision win over Johnny Walker in the UFC Fight Night 193 main event. Santos came into this fight on a 3-fight losing skid and was really in a bit of a troublesome place in his career. Of course, we know the story of how he got here, the split decision with Jon Jones that people think, at least some people think, he deserved to win the title on that night. Suffers the brutal double knee injury in that fight, has to get reconstructions on his ACL, his MCL, all that stuff in both knees, and is out for a year and a half. And since coming back, he just hasn't really seemed like the same guy. Suffered a loss to Glover Teixeira in a wild fight that he just kind of ran out of gas, and then he was more or less just neutralized in a fight against Alexander Rakic. Santos, of course, wasn't going to put himself in any crazy positions, and I think it was more or less on Walker to kind of make him react in this fight. Santos did a great job of picking his shots, whether it was punches and kicks, and Walker just didn't really do the stuff that has made him successful in other fights, for better or worse. Yeah, he picked up a couple rounds there, but this definitely wasn't a fight in Walker's favor. I don't think he showed some improvements, but to get the win and to make it spectacular, did not fight the fight he needed. But that was good news for Santos, who was able to get back on the winning track. This was a crucial fight, as I've said repeatedly, and now he is back in the mix at 205 pounds. Really can be considered for some of those top fights, but it is a bit of a tricky spot. He did make a call out of Yuri Prochazka after the fact, which would be a absolutely fascinating fight, but I don't think it makes a ton of sense right now. We know Prochazka is waiting to be the backup fighter for the Glover Teixeira Jan Blachowicz title fight at UFC 267, and then after that he will probably end up fighting the winner. But when we're talking about what's next for Santos, I think it makes a lot of sense for him to look on that same UFC 267 card where there is a crucial light heavyweight fight between Magomed Ankalaev and Volkan Oezdemir. That would be, I think, a very good next opponent for Santos here. The winner of that would definitely be in a good spot to line up with him rankings-wise. Ankalaev has been on an absolute roll in the UFC. If he can beat Oezdemir, that puts him way up there with the top guys, and if Oezdemir is able to rebound, that puts him in a good position as well. So if you're Santos, I think you're looking closely at that matchup as far as your next opponent. He did say he's not too keen to fight down below him, but when you just look at the lay of the land right now, if he wants to be relatively active and not just wait out for the perfect fight, I'm definitely looking at the winner of that matchup at UFC 267.